Our show is supported by viewers and listeners just like you on patreon.com/sassholes. Brent Keltner's Winalytics Revenue Acceleration Playbook Masterclass. In only 8 weeks, help your sales and go-to-market team start to build the mindset and skills needed to succeed in the new buyer environment. Weeks 1 to 3, read the book and learn a new approach through 20 successful company stories. Week 4, all go-to-market team kick off and receive self-reflection questions and mindset self-assessment. Weeks 5 to 7, collaborative sessions with prospecting, sales, and customer success on the shared journey to a new mindset. Week 8, all go-to-market team presentation and discussion. Winalytics, build the revenue organization you want. Request a free 60-minute growth consultation at winalytics.com. Ask for Brent and say Big Pete sent you.
Get out of here.
What's up, motherfucker?
What's up, you mother trucker?
Remember how to use Zoom?
You know, I used to use Google Meets, so
Oh, really? Here, let me help you out, kid.
look at you. What am I doing? Start my video?
Yeah.
How you doing, man?
What up?
What's up with the green thing?
Safety first, brother. It's my new job.
Jesus Christ, man. Safety first. Oh, that's what that means. Okay.
Water commissioner.
What's up with the backwards hat?
Thinking.
How do I look? What do you think? We haven't seen each
good.
other in a
I think I look better than you. Plus those cheese boards back there. What the hell is that?
Hold on. Get out of here. Come on, Pete. Who is that? Tell me who that is.
It's called Meyer at Christmas time.
No. Come on. You
Fuck
grew
this.
up
I get it. CVS. I get it.
thick mother trucking butkus.
Yeah. Bought it like CVS and he went to CVS.
So I was up in Green Bay with an old rep, and it was $300 up there. And hold on. It was $300 up in Green Bay.
Well, you can't say old rep.
Chicago.
Well, actually, you can say anything you want now.
I can say anything I want. Hey.
Fegan,
Anyway,
when's the last time we talked, brother? When's the last time we talked? Wait, all right. What? Point to the other two pieces.
Whatever. We don't need to go through. We don't need to go through the crap.
Is that Ditka?
No, that's the worst.
No, down, underneath.
Oh no, that's Arnold Palmer and Jack Nicklaus and whatever. Hey, golf guy, relax over there. That's Arnold Palmer. It's Jack Nicklaus and it's Tiger Woods. It's generation. All right. So
that's really cute. And what's the one above there?
You want to hear a good story about this guy?
No, not at all.
Yeah, either do I. That's the Green Bay coach. That's the
Which
Packers coach. That's the Packers coach. You know.
Which one?
You know who it is. It's hard to say it out loud. Lombardi.
Oh, that is Lombardi. Okay.
So what it takes to be a, what it takes to be a champion.
Okay. I get it. I'm just saying, that was pretty cool. Like when I was in high school.
Whatever. All right. When you were in high school, 1954.
I'm just telling you. Well, look what you got on your wall. You have my high school on your wall. That's all I'm saying, Fegan.
Lane Tech, 1984. 84. All right.
Yeah. So, Fegan, let's talk, man. How the fuck do we know each other? And yeah, we can swear because there's no money being made on this. So this is the demonetization podcast.
We can swear away, man. Jesus, 2005.
Great year.
I'll never forget my start date. February 28th, 2005, CareerBuilder. You came into a room in front of about, 200 inside salespeople, and you made everyone stand up and you said, hey, what's your name? Where are you from? Are you a good person? Do you work hard? And I'll never forget it. I stood up and, John Fegan, whatever, Southern Illinois University. And what'd you ask me? Are you a good person? Do you work hard? And I said, yes, sir. And you go, don't call me sir. I work for a living.
I work for a living. Crap, all right. Then that means you were there. That you were there, Fegan.
Old school Pete. And yeah, that's how we know each other.
So you came out of SIU. I came out of SIU. And
Carbon bill.
SIU has a great business school. I didn't go to it.
My dad told me, Pete, he goes, "You're not going to SIU." He was a 60s guy, 19 late 60s, and he goes, "You're not going to SIU." I'm like, Dad, I go, "It's $8,000." He goes, "Yeah, that's cool. You can go." So it was good. It was good.
Well, dads today, if they're smart, they should put their kids through junior college for till they're associates, and then pick the next level. And if you get done early, split the difference with the kids. That's motivation. That's how you teach them. But college is a scam. It's a freaking scam. MBA, waste of money.
It's a lot of money. It's a lot
Not
of
that
money.
you know, Fegan.
Yeah, I don't have any money. I never came from money. I don't know, Pete,
No, you invested well. Invested
That's
well.
that's right. We had some good ideas through the years. We did.
So, Fagan, we got some youngsters that may be tripping over this podcast. Who are these two old fucks? What could we teach somebody that's just like getting into sales number one, and then after they're in sales in 18 months, when they go to the next level, what can we tell them? Go.
Yeah, I mean, I think all of us were thrown into it, right? We were all given some, and when I say thrown into it, I mean, we earned it, of course, but we were
No, I wasn't thrown into it. I had nothing. I couldn't get in anything else.
well, you were the Microsoft sidewalk guy. So I don't know how I still don't know how you did it, but no,
Continue.
but I think you know, early on there were some lessons that were taught to us, right? And you gave us a book back
Very
from
forward.
what's that?
Management by influence. That's what I got.
Management by
Everything I told you, somebody taught me. That was Bob Montgomery.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Kudos.
Bob, Bob
Continue.
Montgomery and Matt and Mary and all them and
No, I didn't get anything from them.
okay, okay. Well, hey, I got nothing against that,
I'm
but
just saying nothing. I didn't. I'm just saying Bob Montgomery. We're going to give credit where credit's due on this.
yeah,
That
fair, 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 fair.
and
So
you know what? Matt and Mary would say the same thing.
yeah,
They didn't get anything from me. So
yeah.
continue.
No, that's old school, man. I appreciate that. And I think the three things that were told to us were, number one, develop your people, right? Number
Yeah,
two is transfer your skills, and number three is productive headcount. And so when it comes down to developing your people, that's consistent one-on-ones, right? And I know that's been said a million times over on the internet, but
that's hard to
consistent
do though,
con
man. People don't want to hear
consistent
that.
one-on-ones.
Well, people don't want to hear they suck.
Well, you got to tell them, hey, here are a couple things that we need to work on, and here are a couple things that you're doing very well, and make sure that you praise them very highly. When it comes to the come comes to the development piece. Um,
How do you communicate that, John? Because you and I, we had a little thing that we know called the Ace of Spades. You can't, you have to give a shit sandwich, or it's not called a shit sandwich. It's just a sandwich. Something good, something constructive, and something good.
can I
Not
can I
shit,
tell
shit, shit.
can I tell a good
Yeah,
ace
go
of
right
spades
ahead.
story? All
There's
right,
no
all right.
just you and I on the show.
Yeah, no one else is watching. There's like four people, maybe five. Um,
Is Pam
what
there?
Pam's somewhere over there. I
All
don't know
right,
where
all right.
I don't know. She's
Give
taking
her
care of
my best.
Pam's taking care of the three kids. God bless her.
Three kids. Jesus Christ, Fagan. Stop.
6, 8, and 10, man. Jesus Christ. But
Oh, good for you.
so I interviewed with This is a good story. Ace of Spades.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go
We got to
ahead.
stop there. We got to stop there. So I interviewed with you. I was 2006,
Give or take.
7. I don't know, 7, maybe 8, 2008 or something. And I sat across from you, and you go, Fagan, sometimes you get a little hothead, you get a little crazy, you get a little whatever. And you told me, there's a time to pull out the ace of spades, and there's a time to leave it in your sleeve, like the old
Yeah.
gamblers, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You're like, Fagan, you pull the ace of spades out a little too much sometimes. And I'm like, what the hell does anyway? I walked out of your office, and I was like, I didn't get it that I didn't get that job from Pete, whatever, 2007, 2008. But I'm like, what the hell is Pete talking about? Sometimes Pete talks in like different languages, blah, blah, blah.
Cryptic. Cryptic, I hear.
Cryptic, cool, cryptic. You think like whatever's going on in your brain. And I'm the same way as you, I think a little bit.
Yeah,
Like I
yeah, yeah, yeah.
and I asked you like 3 days or like a year later, and I'm like, what is the ace of spades? And you're like, I don't know, Fegan. One time you stood up in a leadership meeting, there was like 40 managers in there, and you got all red faced and you got all hot and heavy, and like I don't know, man. I just I'm 28 years old. I get redheaded, red faced, like anyway, whatever.
Well, an
Speaking of
Irish.
redhead, we're scared. Scared coming on this show or not?
Did you invite him?
No, he ain't coming. Oh, but yeah, the ace of spades. So yeah, it's good advice, meaning there's going to be times, right, when you're early leadership and shit hits the fan and you got to kind of chill a little bit. And that same thing happens later in leadership too, right? When you're
If I would give
35,
you
40, 45.
advice, I would say you can't end every sentence that you talk to your people with an exclamation point because they're gonna go like this, right?
Yeah.
So so now with artificial intelligence, Fagan, we didn't have that back in the day. I really think that's going to cut a lot of like, I wouldn't need an admin, sales admin. No, hell no. Chat GPT, boom, 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 boom. Give me a schedule. Give me this. Give me that. How do you think that's going to affect sales going forward?
Saw a couple emails in the last couple months where salespeople were sending it out and clients called it out. And then vice versa. I saw some clients sending them back, and it's like, you know
So they
what?
didn't proofread what Chat GPT. No.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, you got an opinion. What's your opinion?
Well, my opinion is it can, you can use it to whittle it down, but you have to be the editor to approve it going out, right? And I think you can dump a lot of information in there and you can say, you know what? If Bill Gates, if Steve Jobs, if Warren Buffett, if Jeff Bezos were my advisory team, here's the scenario. What would be the advice they would give me? I think that's phenomenal.
Mm,
I'd be like, here's what happened. How should I have responded? Here's what I did. How should I autopsy without blame? Jim, what's his face from Good to Great? That dude.
yeah, yeah,
And all
yeah.
those
Jim
companies are
Collins,
dead.
Collins, right? Collins.
Yeah, yeah, they're all dead. All those companies are dead, and he's dead. But the same thing, you can say, hey, input these people. Here's what happened. What would they say to me? That's invaluable. I wish I would have had that.
Yeah.
So, so sales.
Well, I had at one point, one good thing about Chat GPT, whatever you want to call it, is you can go look at a 10Q,
Yep.
right? And
Drop it in.
or a yearly, you
Yep.
know, and you can just drop it in real quick and say, hey, what are your three biggest pain points? And as a salesperson, you don't necessarily have to steal that and go send that out to a customer, but you can say, here are three or four biggest pain points that this customer is facing. And when you're sending something out, it's a quick little, right? Like, I mean, I don't know.
Fagan, I think it's I'm trying to remember the acronym and I hate acronyms. I forgot what it's called, but when your product is so good that people start using it and you just need somebody to help you guide you through spending money to get more of it. Um, do you know what I'm talking about? Key something growth, key product growth, something like that. I don't know what the hell it is, but
Hey, we got two guys from Carbondale talking right now,
hey, north side and south, you're a south sider, whether you like it or not. But I think that if you have a product that is so good, salespeople are there to connect buyers and sellers, right?
Mhm.
And if the connection is so minute, I don't know why you need sellers because I told my kid this. I said, hey, the number one thing you have to understand is what is the whatever the acronym is, how much should a salesperson make in a year? FTE, whatever it is, 150 grand. Okay. Can you make more on Google AdWords with the 150 grand, or can you make more with a salesperson?
We're going to
Right.
find that out soon in the next year or two, right?
Well, that's what's been going on. It's the same thing. And people don't know how to answer that question. They don't know how to look at it that way. Second thing people don't know to look at is, and I got frustrated with the whole process is sales quota is to me, it's an integrity thing. It's either you get there or you don't. You know that's the mountain to get to. And if you don't get there, you don't cut it, beat it. And what's happening is companies aren't putting enough time or thought into putting a flag stick into a mountain saying this is where you got to get to. And if people don't get there, they're not saying, you know what, it's okay, you didn't make it, it's okay. I have a huge problem with that. That's what kind of where I'm going with. I think at risk.
Are you saying that salespeople don't have metrics to follow from their leadership?
No, I think that at risk pay is outdated, meaning everybody should be paid a salary. And at the end of a certain time period, if they don't produce the sales that uh, qualify them for making that money, they should be let go or their salary should be reduced.
Well, that's your old boy. What was it called? The Machine, or what was
Yeah,
that?
yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, the British guy,
Australian,
Australian.
Australian.
Yeah, same thing.
I remember his name, but I haven't heard from him in a long time. But he brought that up to me. The Machine, great book, but it makes sense. It's like, why do you go? Because I do this little survey at January, February, March, April, May, and I just say how many people have had their quotas set for them,
Yeah.
and it doesn't happen until March or April, and I'm fucking
At
bullshit.
the enterprise level, is that okay? Or inside sales? I mean, I know, you ran.
Enterprise. Well, hold on now. It's easier for new business,
Yeah.
okay, and when you move up. But still, when you move up, it should be easier to set a salary for these people. Say, look, here's what your salary is. My goal would be whatever market you're in, I want you to be in the top 5%.
Yeah.
Okay. Here's your salary, top 5%.
So
Bonus salary,
you give somebody 200 grand
whatever,
and that's it.
225.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you know what? You go out there and I need to have this amount of money that comes in. And if you don't do it, then it's all right, you're 200 grand or 175. And it's no surprise. It's like you didn't bring the money in. So, product sucks or you sucks. I don't know, but I can't afford to pay you that if you want to be in the top 5%. And I think that is uh, a more humane way of doing things versus
What about people who are just freaking crushing it? And then what about people who are not crushing it?
so you're talking about a bell curve and the outliers, right?
I mean, you got somebody who's doing 200% of their quota, or you got somebody who's doing 40% of their quota.
How often do they do 200%? 1 year?
Depends on yeah, I mean, it depends on
Were you mumbling there?
no, I I mean
My point is
21,
that's why
22 are pretty good years for a lot of salespeople.
well, Fegan,
23,
that's why I said
you
the
know,
top 5%, that means that the outliers of the bell curve, they are crushing it. To continually crush it at the end of a bell curve
it's hard to do.
consistently, you can't,
Yeah.
it's very hard to do. So my point is, how many of those people do it? The really good salespeople, they will crush it no matter what. And I don't want to disincentivize them. Did I say it the right way? I think I did. I don't want to, I don't want to step on their process, but I want to say, look, I don't, great, you did 200%, but we're in this for 20 years, right? So you're not going to do 200% every year. It's just not possible.
Right.
But I want to make sure you are always at the top 5% in this market getting paid. I think that's a legitimate thing to do, and you don't have to worry about it. The problem is, Fegan, is boards don't like to see that high number up front. They want to see what is the fixed salary going forward, meaning like 60%, 60-40, 60% salary, 40% bonus, or 50-50, whatever it is. I think that's what they want to see.
Can I ask you a question? Hold on. Can
Hit
I
me,
ask you?
brother.
So there's a lot of questions through the years on how many people do you want hitting 100%?
2/3.
Yeah, 66%. That's such a random number. Like,
No,
is
it's
there
not.
anything from? Yeah, it is. All
Okay,
right.
what number should it be?
I mean, I'm asking you.
You didn't even finish the question. I answered it.
I know you knew it was coming, and we didn't even set each other up here. But here's the deal: like, 66% of the people, and you got 200 people,
Yeah.
right? So you got 130, whatever, 34 people hitting the number, and that's a big number to miss, right?
What are you talking about? Would you rather have 2 out of 3 winning or 1 out of 3 winning?
Well, that's a dumb question. I mean, I want the Carbondale, but Jesus Christ,
No, but I mean that's the problem. Right now, people are going out there, and I think companies are thinking that it's a great idea that 3 out of 10 are winning.
Yeah.
That means you have 3 people happy and 7 people pissed. How is that
But where is that data coming from? Meaning the 3 out of 10 winning or something?
well, it's Z Associates. Look, I spent a lot of money. I could have gave it to you guys to go out and have drinks, go to stripper bars like the Enterprise guys. Didn't do that. What I did was, you know what happened? I said, you know what? I'm going to spend money. I know how to do this, but I need a third party to come in and look at this and come up with a number. Because if I'm going to hold your feet to the fire, I
Yeah.
need to know for fucking sure that this number is absolute and here's how we did it. Okay, that's number one. Number two, an equal amount of opportunity given out to every salesperson. There has to be a way to ensure that everybody has an equal amount of opportunity, right? I spent with Z, I don't know, maybe 100 grand or something like that, and that was worth like $2 million to me because I knew that here's what you're Fegan, here's the number you got to hit, and here's the opportunity that your salespeople have to go make a living with, and I know it's
Yeah.
fair. Fair is very subjective, but
Are we talking inside sales though, right?
both.
Oh,
Well, were you with me when I had something called the potentializer?
the
Big
potential.
old fancy. It
The
was a big.
potentializer was definitely after so me and you worked together till from '05 to 2010, 11, 12.
Okay, here.
Yeah. And then afterwards you had all kinds of potentializers and
Well,
can you just tell me the three good books real quick and then get it in the
there's
potential?
no three.
The three good books, Pete. Come on, the three good books. The three
All
good books.
right, all right. Bob Montgomery gave me Management by Influence.
Yeah.
I think Winning was a great one, and then the third one could be a whole bunch of them, but I do like Welch's
Pete,
book.
Pete, the three good books when you give a rep a book of business.
Oh, you're talking about, there's more 4 books. There's like the Bible, there's the Quran, okay. Well, whatever it is,
We're gonna edit all this shit. We're
they
good.
all suck. No, we're not. We're putting it out
Oh,
there.
we're fucking editing this.
No, we're not.
Get the fuck out of here.
Why the fuck will we edit it? Because this is why companies suck right now. This is why AI is coming in and cutting the shit out of everybody because everybody's so afraid to say something.
Oh, I love
You
you,
know I'm
Pete.
right, Fagan.
I mean, hold on though. Can we talk the safety vest? Because was it because I was coming on? You're like, this guy's a banana land, or what's going on?
No, I'm just safety first, brother. This is my I got I work for the water company now.
Be up there tomorrow. We'll dig some ditches together. We'll make some money.
I'm saying it's a living, brother. But so the three good books, but going back into integrity of numbers, I that's what jaded me so much. Like I stayed in business or sales too long because it's such a scam from the top to the bottom, from the board to the CEO to the poor son of a bitchin' inside salesperson or whatever the hell you want to call him,
Sure.
BDR. Whoever's at the bottom of that chain is getting fucked in the ass, and it's not right. It's not right.
You
I
sound
think,
like Pacino. You sound like Pacino right now.
well, I
Ah,
think,
hooah,
but I
hooah.
think everybody should share in the pain, right? Because why give a cushion? Well, I don't know if they're going to get to that number, so I'm going to give myself a little
So
cushion.
what would you have done differently looking back if and you ran sales for thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of inside salespeople in Chicago coming through an old company. What would you have done differently, knowing what you know now? And I don't mean oh 05, oh 07, 10.
You're saying zero-based thinking? That's what you want?
I'm talking like 15 to 20. And obviously you're not running any sales teams right now other than,
Says who?
well, I mean you are, but like you get what I mean, like so like what would you have done differently? Like what would you have gone to ask for differently?
Fegan, I think there's a reason why I never made it to the enterprise level.
Mm,
I I, I don't do well with politics and bullshit. Integrity is a big thing. Not that it's not for anybody else, but I'm not good with the buzzwords or you know, if you suck, you suck. I'm going to tell you to your face and then move on. Or this number is bullshit. The team can't hit it. Well, we're going to give our best. Well, I was never good at that, Fagan.
right.
So, so to answer your question, I wouldn't change a damn thing about that because I couldn't do it.
That's cool.
And when you have other people that come in and you have number crunchers that come in, I'm not a number cruncher guy because I'm going to a group of people and saying, look, here, Ace of Spades, Vietnam, we got to take Hamburger Hill. Where's the data that says
All right, let's not get into Vietnam, all
no?
right?
But what I'm saying is, but it's not that harsh, but you have to get people to accept a goal. You have first of all, you have to be the last boot or the first boot off the helicopter and the last boot on, right? So if you remember, I did a lot of dial contests.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember that. Okay,
Pizza. You love giving away pizza.
that was the cheapest thing that you could ever do to it keeps people in.
Bagel Mondays. Bagel Monday.
Feed them and
Fingernails.
they're happy.
Yeah.
Uh, Formal Fridays. Oh, you want to dress like shit on Friday? We're gonna put a tie on Friday. Remember that, Fagan?
Wasn't there a guy who came in a Grateful Dead t-shirt, which is normal now. But back then it was like, oh, you canceled all that.
Well, I think that dude's dead now.
Oh, rest in peace, Jesus. Rest in peace.
But yeah, whatever you Catholics do. But the point is with this sales thing, it's
Jesus
you're,
Christ.
you're setting a target that keeps moving.
Yeah. All
And
right. So I gotta ask you a question then, Pete.
yeah, hit me, brother.
So, you've promoted, many good people through the
Yeah,
years. So, include your son Max is kicking butt, which is cool to see.
he's doing
Um,
better
he's
at
doing
his
better than you.
31. Oh my God, killing me. I think I
Kid,
started at Headhunter when I was 33,
yeah.
40 grand salary.
Yeah, I mean, I just brought my kids over to the Cubs game on last Saturday. It was a good day. Three of them and my wife. It was $1,000 day. Jesus.
Oh,
But we were hanging outside of your old place,
Cubby
and
Bear. Yeah.
yeah, it was great. It was great. Although they took the big sign down. But all right, so
Oh, that was old.
you got a bunch of new people coming in, 23, 24, 25. They're getting into sales. You always ask this question. I've heard your podcasts, all that crap.
Yeah.
They're
Well,
great.
I've done it for a while.
Yeah, you've done it, but no one ever asked you a question. So what are you
Good,
telling?
good, hit me.
What are
I'm
you telling the
impressed.
25-year-old? All right, you're coming in, you're, I don't know, cold calls, emails, is it LinkedIn now? Like what are you telling them? It's changed a little bit, I think, right?
Well, first of all, why are people getting into sales now? So they couldn't get into whatever, right?
Mm.
Okay. So now it would be and I'm trying to think of that fancy word, Fegan. I can't. I did like 10 podcasts on it like 2 years ago and I can't remember it. Key product growth. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. But you have to have a good enough product where people try it and they use it and like, holy shit, this is pretty good. Like, I don't know if you ever use Canva, but
Mm.
that is something where you try it. Salesforce used to be that way. You would do 5 licenses for free, you would use it, and you would have more people, and you would pay more. And to have more to have more people do outbound sales, it is so inefficient. Meaning that,
So if you had 100 salespeople right now, you had a CEO hire you on and said, all right, I need 50 inside, 50 outside.
well, why is it 50 inside and 50?
I'm just making
I know,
shit.
but so what I'm saying, like I'd be like, why is it that number? Here's what I would do. Of the 100, you you're closer to business than I am. Of the 100, how many of those people are good? Meaning like you trust them to handle your business. 20? I don't know. 15? 10? Throw a number. Whatever it
60.
is, let's just say it's 10. And those 10 people at a 40-hour work week, that's 400 hours. I would say of those 400 hours, those people would be handling nothing but the most pristine leads that come in, right? And then I would share anything that gets sold by them, everybody shares. And that's where companies are fucking up. You have accountants that they get a bonus. You get somebody that's in HR gets a bonus. If somebody's in HR or accounting, whatever, say, you know what, I got a friend that I know that could use this product and they buy something, they should get a cut. The
Mhm.
entire everybody should get it, whatever, 20%, 30%, whatever. I think that's where companies are messing up. So take all that stuff into account. I would put that all in. And if the accountant referred somebody that bought, they can't get the full 100. That should be a vesting thing, right? Over 4 years.
Oh, so now you're talking about a whole new pay scale thing.
Hey, how you doing? How you like me now? That's
How
a
we going? How
bonus.
we going? How we going?
And somebody that look, sales is well, they say sales is pretty easy. Either you sold something or didn't, but no, it depends on what opportunity you were given, what area you're working on, what accounts you were giving, all the rules of 78 and all that bullshit. No, it's
Waterfalls.
yeah.
Fucking waterfalls.
And now we got what CROs, chief revenue. What the fuck is a chief revenue officer, Fegan? That happened after I left.
You're getting me into some trouble, man. I'm not gonna be ever be a CRO after being on this
Well, you
show.
can because the CEO is going to question you saying, "Hey, why do I need this? What's the answer? Do you need it or not?" To me, it's a sales and marketing person rolled into one that's keeping an eye on Salesforce. I don't know what.
Should we get into rapid fire Chicago questions?
Yeah, go. Malort.
Malort. Hey, Miles Grunkemeyer. No, actually, don't tag him. He'd be pissed. His favorite drink. But yeah, Malort's a dirty one. It's the greatest marketing scheme ever, actually, Pete, that you say that out
Yeah,
loud.
it's shit. I know.
You know that video. It's like it's like a couple million views on like the great great grandson, like that. Oh
Yeah,
my, just threw up on himself. All right.
yeah.
All right. Greatest tavern pizza because you got north side, you got south side, you got west side. Greatest tavern.
Or stepping aside, if you're going to take a team out for a drink, where are you going to go?
Well,
Right?
where are we in?
Depends. Where is your business? Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
So,
Are
okay,
we
number
north
one.
side? Are we south side? Are we west? Where are we?
All right, number one. going out and paying for a sales rep's drink so they can act like an idiot and you fire them is the stupidest fucking thing in the world, right? Whether go on a sales trip to the Mexico and somebody act like an ass and you got to fire them, it's stupid. Give them the money. Give them
Yeah,
the money. Give them
yeah,
the money,
yeah.
right? All right, continue. What was your question again? I'm sorry, rookie.
Rookie. Hey, we've got some good stories of President's Club trips, Pete. And unfortunately, as leaders, sometimes you have to make some decisions after those trips. And we've seen it all, I think. Anyway, so
Well, hold on. You
greatest,
know the number one rule is keep the leaders on this side and the reps on the other side,
you
right?
got it. You got it.
Okay.
Leadership Island. Leadership Island. Greatest
What is,
leadership
hold on.
island.
What's Leadership Island? Go.
Leadership Island is you hang out with your people during the day. I'll call it a President's Club or even after work.
Right.
You have a couple drinks, and then after that, adios, right? And and you go and hang out with the people that are have the same titles as you, if that makes sense. You know,
Yeah.
you don't hang out with your you don't hang out with the people that report to you every single day because there's nothing good that ever comes of it. That's obvious, you know. Yeah, yeah.
Not obvious to everybody though.
Greatest leadership island, Dragons in Bahamas, probably 2000 and like 7, 8. It was a good year, Pete. I mean, you know, you had probably 50 leaders under you and every single manager, leader, whatever you want to call it, that we all ended up at Dragons. Anyway, ask a couple of people about that,
I
and
have
you'll
no
get.
idea what you're talking about,
Hey, you're
which is
right.
good. I don't need.
Yeah, you know, you were in bed at seven
I
thirty.
whatever it was. I wasn't there.
You got a couple
Doesn't Pete
sushi.
ever drink? Yeah, he does. Pete drinks like a fish, but not with you.
I saw you, Pete, once, and it was 2000 and Jesus, it was 2017. So I'd already known you for 12, 13 years. You had one drink at a golf outing and you go, "Hey, Fegan, this is the first one I ever had." And you were like it was a trophy. I was like, "Hey, you know what? Good job." Whatever. Yeah.
And that was the last golf outing that CareerBuilder ever had.
I got nothing against any
All
company.
right, go.
All right. Tavern style. So we got, everyone in
Yeah.
Chicago, it's like deep dish tavern style. Everyone loves tavern style. So everyone's got a place. So you're up now in the northern burbs. You were over there, and then you were over there, and
Yeah.
then you were over
Yeah.
there. What's your best tavern? Like you got one large sausage pizza. Where are you getting it from?
Look, man, if you're talking true tavern pizza, that was nasty ass pizza because it was the cheapest. Hold on. Hold on. I think this
Come
is
on,
my
don't give me the triangles and the
hold on,
smoke
hold on, hold on,
squares
hold on.
and all that crap. I want real deal answer right here. Because come on.
I'm telling you, if you go to a tavern, they have that shitty toaster oven pizza and they take the cellophane off and they
I'm
put,
not talking the bar with like the old style sign in front.
yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's tavern
Well, that's
pizza.
what you're used to. But like, you
Yeah.
come on. Yeah. Well, hey, Mr. Lane Tech, take it easy over there. I'm
You take
talking
one
like,
bite in and your whole upper roof is just
where are you
gone.
up? Where are you at? Lake Forest now?
I'm in Lake Forest. Yeah, I am.
Jesus, wearing a
I,
gosh darn
I am
safe.
making fun of a place that when I grew up as a kid, I never thought I would ever live here. And now I'm here. I'm like, this is pretty nice shit. You know, I
Yeah,
like it. You
you're
bust your,
like, I made it. I made it. Like, Mom, I made it.
I'm not, you can never say you made it, John. You can never say,
All right,
you know
it's
what?
fine.
I'm doing better than I did. I will say that. But um,
Hold on. What's my favorite? You know the answer.
I would
Garrett
say, no, I would say,
Litos.
no, you got to say like home run in, dude.
All right. Well, home run in's like an old Chicago thing to say. Hey, I
Well,
got
that's old school. If I would go to Jules and I go to the frozen pizza
the Jules.
section,
The
that's
Jules.
where I would go
The
to
Jules.
yeah, the Jules. Yeah.
The Jules. The
Yeah.
Jules.
Giordano's, that's tourist pizza. If I would
Yeah.
go, Uno's, even though Uno's one, two, they all started it, but that's casserole pizza. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
It's lasagna. It's lasagna.
but the old school pizza, if ever anybody wants to know, is John's.
All right. Open invitation, Pete. There's a
Go.
place. There's an open invitation. There's a place in Westmont. It's called Kim's
Oh,
Uncle
Jesus
Pizza.
Christ.
Kim's Uncle Pizza. Come on out to Westmont. Hey,
Why the
Mr.
hell would I
Lake,
go to Westmont?
Mr. Lake
Why are you
Forest,
still
take it
living
easy.
even close to Westmont?
You made your money. Relax over there. All right. You know?
You made better money than I did.
Yeah.
So
No,
how
what I
how
did do
far
is
away is Westmont from Hinsdale?
well, Hinsdale just won the Little League thing, and they're off to Williamsport. But
That's why you know.
so it goes LaGrange, Western Springs,
Yeah,
Hinsdale,
yeah,
and then
yeah.
Westmont's kind of over there somewhere,
So you got to work your way in, right? So
or out,
what's your
or out. I mean,
yeah, yeah.
sometimes you're in the middle, right?
Well, okay, let's talk goals. Like what do they call it? Vision boards, Fegan? Remember we used to like take pictures like that was one of the first thing that's the best thing you could ever do in sales training is what the fuck do you want to do with your money?
Yeah.
Right? That I think that is the number one thing you can do with a sales rep is put a picture up. What do you trips, cars? But you know what? Kids don't want to do that anymore. What do they want
I
to do
don't.
with their
I
money,
think
Fegan?
the first time you start making money, I don't think you
Yeah,
know what to do with it. I mean, you just
yeah.
don't. I mean, it's just the truth. The first time you start making money, you don't know what to do with it.
I think experiences and trips with the kids today, Gen Z, whatever the hell you call them, I think that's the only way you can reach them because they don't want cars. They don't need cars. You can do Uber. Uh, houses. No, you know what? I'll do Airbnb or whatever. Because remember, we used to take kids out in a bus and with a real estate agent and say, buy this, buy that. Uh, Now you're like 5 years closer to sales than I am. What do kids care about now, Fegan?
I think, one thing that you and a number of other people that I was led by early in my career taught me to invest early. And my first ever boss, Joe Lundberg, he made me sign up. I actually told the story the other day. He
You
made me
still on
sign up.
LinkedIn, Lundberg? You still around? We're gonna put
LinkedIn Lundberg.
hashtag Lundberg. Go.
Hashtag LinkedIn Lundberg.
Yeah.
Hey, we got our 20th year of fantasy football, by the way.
Oh,
But he made me, and I'm pretty sure it was because of you, sign up for 401k when I was like literally my first week on the job.
yeah.
And I look back at that, I'm like, holy Christmas. Like, I'm 44 now, it's 20 years later. And I tell Pam all the time, enjoy it because I'll be long gone by the time
Yeah.
I'll
Yeah.
access
Yeah.
it. But anyway, you get that. But
Well,
first
no,
off,
but the people that are watching don't get it. So
no, but like get in that right away, right off the bat and max it out. Trust me, it's not going to hurt you that hard. Um, I think me and you are more of like individual stock investors, and so I'm not going to give it any advice there. Like yeah.
as
I
much
mean,
as
like,
you're right, you're wrong. And then people are like, they always pick on you when you're wrong.
well, Pete, what have I texted you over the years? Thank you for what? What stock?
I'm not saying Apple.
I'm not saying it either. Thank you for that one. This is back in 2007.
Even though Warren Buffett sold half of his.
I know, Jesus Christ, a year or a week ago on Saturday, he says,
Whatever.
well, come on, Warren, stay with Apple. What are
Yeah.
you doing?
So, Fegan, you want to do this more often? The new SaaS holes?
This is good, man. This is good.
Good.
We got a lot of we got to get a couple other guys involved. And
Well, you get them.
Number one, yeah, I know. Number two, we've got a lot to talk about. There's 2005, man, and you've been doing this longer than I have because you're old. You still look good. But I don't know. But yeah, man, we got a lot to talk about. So I appreciate
Well, everybody that's getting into sales now or leadership, look, man, it's all the same thing. People are just calling it something else. And then once you figure that stuff out, I'd love to have people come in here and we do a live chat and people can ask questions. That fires me up because this thing has been dormant, I don't know, at least a year and a half because I got bored with business because there's nothing new to it. It's all the same crap. But now that you're involved, Fegan, you get some of the old boys on here. We do a live chat. I'm in.
Fuck yeah.
All right.
Love you, brother.
Pam, how you doing?
Pam.
Pam.
Hey, Pete. Appreciate you, brother.
Call you later. Bye.